Yup, so this will be my last video, guys. I've been doing these videos for a while now, and really, I just don't know. Like, I'm just tired of doing them. Like I've been having fun. It's been a long ride and all that good stuff, but I don't think this for me. I'm finna try something different. I've been doing these videos, and again, like I said, I just don't know what's the point of them really. Like, I feel like I'm just recording and just talking to myself. So after this video, this will be the last one y'all see, and um I'm kidding. Look, in this video, we're gonna talk about purpose. Play the intro. What up, though? It's Rasta White. In today's video, I really want to talk to y'all about living with purpose, discovering the calling God has on your life. Okay. Now, I did a video. It's crazy, actually. My first video was how to find your purpose in your 20s. Okay. In that video, I talked more about how to find it. I gave tips, I gave strategies, and I gave just my definition of what purpose is. Okay, so even before you watch this video, I recommend watching that one. It should be somewhere up in there. Okay, before you watch this, it'll give you more insight on just purpose and how to find it. In this video, I'm gonna be talking more about living with purpose. Okay, so let's talk about purpose for a minute. Purpose, in my opinion, you need to have it before you do anything. I'm at a point in my life now to where I don't start nothing without purpose. I don't care what it is. I'm writing down my purpose. Example, doing these videos, right? My purpose is to help people who are ambitious and ready to get more in touch with their spiritual side, help them out spiritually, mentally, with the word of God, with videos like this, right? Any type of way I can get motivation to them, inspiration to them to help them better themselves. That's my purpose for this channel, okay? And it's clear as day. So when I feel like doing it, guess what? When I don't feel like doing it, I still do it now. Before, when I was working without purpose, if I didn't feel like doing it, I'm just like, yeah, whatever, right? I just didn't do it because I didn't have people that could really benefit from this. Now, I have people that literally comment on the video and say, hey, Rasta, this video really helped me. Every single word of this video I needed to hear at this point in my life. And comments like that is what shows me, like, yeah, purpose is what it's all about. I said it before, without purpose, it's hard to keep going. Okay. If you don't have a concrete written down purpose written down, it's just so hard to push through those rainy days and those dark days because you get to a point to where the light at the end of the tunnel, you don't have an idea what it is, right? You moving through a dark tunnel with no idea what the light is. So when things hit the fan, guess what? You're not gonna know what to do, and you're just gonna retreat and run back, right? You ain't gonna keep going because you don't have nothing that's really there to guide you. So, purpose is everything. I don't care what you got going on in your life. Before you add a new venture, before you do something new, you need to figure out your purpose. And that leads me into these three strategies I'm gonna give you on living with purpose and maintaining it, right? So, strategy number one, prayer and meditation. I'm reading this book right now called The Power of a Praying Husband. Okay. I actually got referred to it from my wife. She's reading The Power of a Praying Wife. And as I've been reading it, I've been realizing how powerful prayer really is. Like problems that you have in your life, you could literally ask God to fix it for you, and He will. Might not be the way you want Him to fix it. Bottom line, He will fix it in His way, in His godly way, right? Because God don't make no mistakes. So however He do it, nine times out, not even 9 times out of 10 out of 10 is the best way to do it. Okay. So prayer. I'm learning. When I wake up now, I pray before I start my day. Before I go to sleep, I pray. Thank God just for another day, another opportunity. Okay. You're supposed to pray over every meal that you get. You got to constantly be thanking God. And even throughout the day, random prayers is another one I'm learning that is very powerful. I'm done telling people, hey, I'm praying for you, bro, and not actually doing it. Okay. I've done it before. I know you probably did it before. You done told the person, you seen they posts or whatever's going on in their life. Hey, brother, send in prayers or I'll be praying for you. And then you ain't praying for them. Okay. So I'm learning to stop doing that. The power of prayer should not be played with. Take time out in your day now to start praying. It start there. Okay. And that Prayer is actually how I found my purpose. I started praying, I started listening to God. A lot of people lost out there. I get it. I've been lost so many times because you don't really know exactly what you're doing because you trying to lead yourself. You don't want to be led by God. And I had to let go of the will. Like, I'm gonna be real, I had to let go of the will. And when you let go of the will, this type of stuff that start happening. Blessings start coming out of nowhere. That's one. And two, you start getting to a point to where you living more stress free. I'm not saying my life is completely free of stress now, but what I'm saying is now I'm starting to trust in God to fix it. I stopped taking on so much responsibility. You know, you might have old friendships and family member relationships that have fallen apart, or things in your life that you just want to fix, and you just keep on asking yourself, how can I fix it? But here's the thing: it's not your job to fix it. It's not. That's what I'm learning. The things that's your job to fix is the things that are in your control. If it's outside of your control, you need to ask God for guidance about it. Ask God, what do you want me to do? What do I need to do? Do you want me to just fall back? Because a lot of times that's what he wants you to do. Just fall back. I got this. Okay, so start using prayer every single day, daily, not when you feel like it. That's another thing I learned through prayer. God told me you can't just operate on how you feel. Just because you don't feel like praising me, just because you don't feel like thanking me, that's no excuse. I love you every single day. I wake you up every day. I provide for you every day. And I expect the same in return. I don't care how you feel. So use prayer. Prayer is very powerful. Now, on the other side, we got meditation. Now, they are different, okay? They are one and the same in some ways. They both involve quiet time. They both involve listening to God. They both involve a lot of spiritual connecting and things of that nature. Meditation is more about the inner you, though. That's what I realized about meditation. Meditation is more about figuring out who you are, listening to your thoughts. What is your brain doing right there? Like, what is your brain? What's going on up there? Like, we all got storms up here. You need to go into that storm and figure out what's really going on. It's easy to suppress it and pretend like, run away from your thoughts. Never want to be alone because you never want to be sitting there having to think, right? I've been there, playing music all the time. I never want to have to just sit in a quiet space and think. But I'm going to tell you this. As of recently, I've been taking 5 minutes out my day, 10 minutes out my day, and I've been meditating. And I've been noticing it's been relaxing my brain. It's been giving me time to really just kind of depress, right? It's been giving me time to really just hear God as well. You hear God more. And here's one key about it. I know a lot of people say, I don't really got time. I'm busy. I got a job. I got a family. Bro, I ain't got no time to be meditating. Yes, you do. You can find 3 minutes a day, 5 minutes a day, 10. It don't got to be 2 hours a day, an hour a day if you just sitting there kumbaya trying to float. Like, you ain't got to do that, okay? You can just literally take 5 minutes. You drive to your next destination. Right before you get out the car, you can just sit there, lean the seat back a little bit and just take 5 minutes. Set a little 5 minute timer. That's little strict tricks I use. So you could just go in your room. I call them brain breaks, actually. I tell my wife, like, hey, baby, I'm finna go in the room and just take me a brain break. She'd be like, all right, cool. I go in there, I turn the lights off, I shut the blinds, and I literally just lay on the bed 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Like, I'm just chilling. What I start to realize is your brain is so active throughout the day and you don't realize it. It be overactive. That's why you be anxious. That's why you be stressed, because you're not really giving your brain time to catch up with what's going on. But when you take those brain breaks and you sit there for a minute, you let it slow down a bit. You got some white noise. Turn on some white noise. Just try to focus on listening to that. Here's one more thing on meditation. Don't judge your thoughts. Don't judge your thoughts. This one thing I'm learning. I still do it. I hear myself and be like, I'm really thinking that, right? But your thoughts are not your actions, okay? Your thoughts are not, as a man thinketh, so is he. And I agree with that. The thoughts that you have right now are not exactly who you are, though. Why I say that is because if in your heart you want to be a better person, if in your heart you want to be a follower of God and a good servant, meditation is a time to start putting that in your head, right? Whenever a negative thought comes, because they hit me. Negative thoughts be right there now, and I just listen to them and be like, Oh, really? Okay, yeah, you're right. This stressful, this overwhelming, but it's also helping people and changing people's lives. It's also something that give God glory. It's also something that's a part of my purpose that God set before me. So when you start doing that, it's like you start countering and pushing those thoughts out your brain because this is who you want to become. You don't need to be negative thoughts is the flesh. And the devil put negative thoughts in your head. It's going to happen. Okay. He's busy. You're gonna keep doing it. But the better you get at remembering the reason behind it, the better you get at trusting in God, the better you get at reflecting those thoughts, the more happier you will be in your life. Okay. I'm harping on prayer and meditation because it is so essential. It's so important. Like these two things alone have changed my life. I'm telling you, the power of prayer and meditation. Right when you're done watching this video, go pray and then meditate. And I'm telling you, you'll feel a whole lot better. Now, number two is this. The second strategy I want to give y'all to living with purpose: self-reflection and exploration. Now, when you hear self-reflection, you might think of meditation, right? They're pretty similar. The difference between self-reflection is, yeah, it involves that inner voice, that inner you, but it also involves you giving yourself a quick little recap of what you did. You don't need to necessarily be in a dark room for this. You can be brushing your teeth at night and you can be like, today, I said this to my wife. I didn't really like how I said that, but I did say this and I liked how I did that. Or, I told my kid I love him. Earlier, though, I did kind of yell at him. Yeah, I don't want to do that no more. And you reflect on the actions that you've taken throughout the day, and it starts helping you better yourself. A lot of times we don't use self-reflection. We don't really reflect on what we're doing. Therefore, we get to doing all this stuff and don't realize we're hurting people. Don't realize we're doing damage to relationships. We don't really realize it because we're not reflecting on it. So embrace reflection. Listen to that voice. Listen to yourself. Think about what you're doing. I heard Eric Thomas say one time, you should spend at least 30 minutes to an hour a day saying, this the list of things I'm doing right. This the list of things I'm doing wrong. It don't got to necessarily be that long, right? But just to give you an idea, start reflecting on your day, you and how you feel about it, how you judge it. What is your definition of good? What is your definition of bad? You can start changing things in your life and bettering yourself and making yourself more proud. Okay. Self reflection. Now, exploration is the other side. Now, when I say exploration, what I mean is it could be something simple as a hobby, right? You've been praying to God about your purpose. You've been trying to figure these things out. Now it's time to pick up some hobbies. It's time to start doing things and just seeing, how do I feel about this? When I do this, I get this sense of gratification to where I can do this for the rest of my life. It's some things I do, like these videos, like I feel like I can do this for the rest of my life. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I ain't too worried about a paycheck. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. If I need money, I do some other things. Keep a job or something like that. But when I do this, I do like getting paid though. But when I do this, the feelings I get and the happiness comes from helping people. People saying, I heard your video, man. It's really been inspiring me. It's been motivating me to improve things in my life. I love that. Okay. Exploration is more so you got to touch things. Like one day I just started shooting these videos, right? I said, you know what? I'm about to get on YouTube and start talking about things to help you. It could be something like that. You know what your purpose is, right? You've been praying, you've been meditating. So now it's time to start touching stuff. Okay. It ain't necessarily got to be a whole job. You got a job right now. You can literally go somewhere and just be like, hey, I'm about to do this just to see if I like it. Or go volunteer somewhere. That's another way. Go do some free work. See if you like helping people. Perfect example, right? Go volunteer to watch some kids. See if you have a passion for kids, right? That's another example. You can start doing all these things and exploring, and it'll help clarify your purpose even more. Faith without works is dead. So you got to put in some work in order to also figure out what God has in store for you. And that leads me to the third and final strategy: service and action. It's kind of similar to what I was just saying, right? Go volunteer, give some service. But it can be deeper than that, right? Service can be, you go to church, okay, cool. What are you actually doing at that church? Are you just showing up and just paying tithes? Okay, cool. Not judging you at all. But start doing more things like if you see them having an event where they serving or you see things like that, start just giving. Like start learning how to give. And here's the thing, without expecting nothing in return. Do that mean you shouldn't work on having mutual relationships? No. Am I saying you should just let people take advantage of you? No. What I'm saying is anybody that come across you in your life, they should know that you're a person that give your all. Just give 100% at work every day. I don't care if somebody else got a promotion over you. I know that sucks. It can hurt, especially somebody you work harder than and all of those things. But in the long run, if you keep up doing what you're doing, you're going to get your reward. God is going to reward you. Okay. So practice giving, over delivering, over delivering. Hey, thank you for this. Thanking people more. Just doing all these kind gestures and things that people be like, no, you ain't have to do that. It's cool. I'm going to do it anyway because that's just who I am. Okay. I was pointing at you. That's who I am and that's who you should be. Okay. So action and service. Get out there. Well, first, stay in the house, pray, talk to God. It starts here. It starts here. Then get out there, explore more, take action, do things, combine that faith and combine that works together. And I'm telling you, you can live with purpose and be led by God and the Holy Spirit, Jesus Christ. I'm Rasta White. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some value out of this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Other than that, peace out.